Thursday. I never end up getting a call yesterday. It's whatever. I'm really hoping to get a call today though, because I have questions I need answers to. But on another note, on a completely unrelated note, it is absolutely gorgeous in Florida today. Like, it is perfect, gorgeous weather. So I've got like you can probably tell I've got the door open, with the back door open. I'm about to open my office windows because it's gorgeous. I think it's like 60 degrees, but it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. I feel like I have to whisper because all my doors and everything are open. Yeah, so I never got a call back yesterday. A little frustrating, but to be honest, I kind of expected it. They're also right in the middle of doing the stims and they're getting ready for egg retrievals. So I know that the ladies doing the stims and everything like that come first because they need their medication updates. They need, you know, they need a little bit more attention than I do, which I totally understand. Mine was just the procedure and to see if I could, you know, get the results for that. So not saying I'm not important, but when it comes to being on those stims versus like just the results of a procedure, the stims come first. I just hope that they give me a call today because I just want to know. I just want to know the results. I want to know what our plan is. I want to know the next steps. Like, I just want to know. But other than not hearing from my doctor or my nurses, I still feel pretty positive about yesterday. Still feeling really good. So I don't know how much detail I went into, but the procedure still did take an hour. He did have to manipulate quite a bit. He had to go in and out several times to get through, and he ended up not making it all the way through. He basically said that he was forcing the saline through, up and through it without being like in the cervix. So basically just saying like it's extremely difficult to get all the way through the cervix to get into the uterus, which is I think why he was saying the only way he feels comfortable doing a transfer for me is with me under, because it's just so much manipulation, you know what I mean? Despite it being an hour long, he still did way less than what the other doctor did to like manipulate to get through, which I'm not mad that the other doctor did all of that. I mean, he really was trying his hardest to like make it work for me, so I'm not mad that he did that. It just wasn't something that I was anticipating, I guess I should say, because I've had, you know, this procedure done before and it's just not something that I was expecting. And I think the Valium helped as well. I don't know if I mentioned that yesterday. I think that one helped a lot with the muscle spasms because I didn't feel like I was like as like clenched as I was before. Sorry, I had to change my tripod. The other one was falling as I was trying to talk to you, as I was saying. So yesterday he felt like he was confident enough with the way that he kind of figured out how to manipulate through my cervix to do a transfer without needing surgery. At first he was like looking like we're gonna need surgery, but then once he was able to get through, he was like, okay, well, we can do a transfer, but you're gonna be put under. So as much as it like is so unfortunate, because like that's the one part that I was, not the one part, but that's one of the parts that I was like looking forward to the most, because it's like that special moment where it's like you get to see your little M baby like put in place, and like I won't be conscious for it. So I'm gonna ask if Manny can like record that process, mostly so that I can replay and kind of be in that moment too. Even though I won't be conscious, I will be there obviously. So I'm hoping that they'll allow him to record that. Usually I don't record like the procedures or anything like that during the time that it's happening. I just do like a little before and after, like walking in, walking out kind of thing. But because I'm not going to be conscious for this, and it is a very special moment in IVF pregnancies and conception and this whole journey, it's a very special, tender moment that I won't get to share with my husband. So I'm hoping that they'll let him record at least some of it. I am very frustrated right now, and I'm just gonna vent a little bit. So this morning I realized I only have 2 birth control pills left, and I don't have a prescription renewal for the same medication because I guess maybe the doctor that did the prescription is no longer with them. I don't know if that's why I can't get a prescription refill, but they told me that I have to contact the doctor. So I called them and I was like, hey, I only have 2 birth control pills left. If you guys can call me in another prescription, if I need to be taking this or if I I need to be taking the progesterone only one. I don't know which one I need to be doing. I left a voicemail, okay? Then a couple of hours go by and I see on my portal that the medication list has been updated to say to stop taking Doxy today. And I just confirmed yesterday that I'm taking it. What the hell is Nor? I just got a prescription sent to my pharmacy and I don't know what it's for. So I called about that, and of course there's nobody that picks up, so I had to leave another voicemail, and I was like, listen, this is what's going on. I don't know why it's telling me that I need to stop doxycycline, but then you guys told me to keep taking it for 5 days. I don't know what to do. And I'm still waiting for the doctor to call me back, and I don't know what Nor is. Norethindrone. Oh, why did they send that? They just sent the prescription for norethindrone or whatever it's called, which is the progesterone only one. And the problem is that they will do these things like with my medication and they'll make changes and then they don't call me until like 5 or 6 o'clock in the evening. Like, it drives me crazy. I'm really hoping they call me back. This is getting a little crazy. And I just noticed it says on this prescription that it's too early to refill this prescription because I just got it in November, or I got it in October, so they're not going to cover it under my insurance, which means I have to find the other prescription and I don't know where it's at. Brolafacin, no, that's not it. Oh my gosh, I don't know where this medicine is. I was just about to eat lunch and then these changes started coming through on my portal and my CVS app, and I'm like, something's happening, but they're not calling to discuss what's happening. So this is the prescription that they had given me before for my birth control, completely gone. I only have 2 pills left of that. Then a doxycycline, this is empty. This is letrozole, this is empty. What is this? Medroxygentrone, this is the one that they gave me instead of the Cetratide. Still have a few in there. Doxycycline, this is empty. What is this? Doxycycline, this one's empty. Oh my god, how many times have I been on doxycycline? My gosh, I don't even know where my other one is. Oh my god, thank god I found it. Okay. Norethindrone. She said this is what I will take in place of birth control leading up to the transfer. So the fact that they just put this in, okay, well, at least I found it. Just call me. I just need you to call me. Well, I have a pretty exciting update to share with you, but it's gonna have to wait until tomorrow because right now it is family movie time and we are watching Elf tonight and going to the Gaylord Palms Ice tomorrow, which is the Elf exhibit. But I promise tomorrow morning I will share some very, very exciting news. Good morning, more like afternoon. It is going on 1 o'clock now. So I wanted to share what the doctor told me. So yesterday after they were like doing some rearranging with the medications and I was confused, I think I mentioned that on the vlog, how I just really wanted them to call me. Well, the doctor actually ended up calling me. The doctor himself, not a nurse, not Dr. Roma, but Dr. Molinaro, who is going to be the one who would be doing the transfer. He called me and he went over like basically my entire history. He's like, you know, let me just catch up on your history really quick if you don't mind while I've got you on the phone. He started going over like the embryos that we have and just kind of like sharing his perspective on my situation. He did tell me that it is a difficult case. It's not a normal situation given the difficulties that he had getting through my cervix. So he said that it is going to be a little bit more difficult for whatever I decide to do, but he gave me some options. So first of all, he said after going over my history that he doesn't necessarily think that I have endometriosis. He said that is it possible? Yes, but he is not 100% confident that it's endometriosis. He said that a lot of what I'm experiencing and a lot of what he's seen internally can be attributed to C-section scarring and the adhesions that it can cause. He said that he believes that the C-section is pulling my uterus and pulling my cervix, like the scar tissue itself is creating like a pull, which is why it's such a hard turn for them to get through to it. It seems like it's a scar tissue thing and not necessarily an endometriosis thing. It's kind of like a 50-50. He's like, could you have endometriosis? Yes, you could because you do have symptoms options. However, with everything that I'm seeing and knowing your history, it could also be this. So with that in mind, he told me that we have the option of doing a transfer, and that would be without any kind of suppression. So no suppression for endometriosis whatsoever. It would just be the PIO shots, the estradiol pills, just whatever it is to get the uterus ready without the suppression. He said, hindsight is 2020. When you go and you go through this process and we find, oh, it didn't work out with that, then we would start with suppression for the next month and then try another transfer. He said, or it could work and we don't need suppression and everything is great. But he is giving me the option of going forward without suppression to do a transfer later this year, or to wait and have suppression done for the full month, full suppression, do the PIO, the estradiol, I mean, everything like completely methodically later on. So for a transfer next year. I am still deciding with Manny what we want to do. We're talking about it. We are kind of weighing all the pros and cons of everything, and we will let you know what we decide when we decide it. I'm really grateful that my doctor is even giving me the option to do it. So that is the big update I wanted to share with you. So very, very exciting news. Very, 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 very thankful. We're going to be praying about it. And again, we will let you know when we're ready to share what we decide. It is freezing. The AC is right above us. It's cold. Oh, this is when he's leaving.
Yeah, it just said,
oh, there he is. The narwhal.
got a fishing rod.
Oh, man, we're going to the Lincoln Tunnel.
The Lincoln Tunnel. Well, dang, I've been to New York now.
Where's Tristan? Oh, there you are.
Super.
Let's go for coffee. Congratulations. You're not Santa.
How was it?
Oh, it's fine. I think I pulled a muscle. My knees are freezing.
These are my glasses falling out. So of course we had to. We had to. Hi, good morning. This is Tiffany. This message is for Sasha. I was speaking with Dr. Molinaro on Friday, and after speaking with my husband, we do want to move forward with the transfer in December. So if you could give me a call back, the phone number is to get that process started. Thank you so much. I hope you have a great day. Good Monday morning. Also, sorry for the eating. My dog is having her breakfast. Don't mind it. But it is the week that we will find out if we can do a transfer this year or not. I am excited. I'm a little anxious. I'm ready to know. I am just ready to know. Called and left a message to let them know, for sure we want to do it, because Dr. Molinaro said to oh, talk it over with your husband and we'll let you know if we can do it and let us know if you want to do it. That way they know off the bat we're ready to go. All they need to do is just set everything up on their end. So hopefully we can make this happen. I am going to try to start prepping a little bit for transfer, even though they haven't given me the 100% yes, we're doing this. I'm still going to kind of prepare my body as if we are. So for this morning, I have avocado English muffin and then all of my supplements that I take. I am going to drink a cup of orange juice first, and then I think I'm going to do a cup of palm juice or a cup of green juice, whatever comes next. But then I opted for a less caffeinated tea this morning because I'm trying to cut back on caffeine too. Then also I switched to my Disney Parks cup so that I can actually see the water. This is 24 ounces, so I'm gonna try to drink I think 3 of these a day. I think 60-ish, almost 80 ounces is what I'm trying to go for. So at least 3 of these a day. That way I can see the progress. It seems to help a lot. Whenever I drink my Stanley, I don't drink as much water, and I think it's because I can't visually see that I am making progress. Because if it's right here, then I'm oh, I just have a little bit left to go. Let me just go ahead and drink it so I can refill it. Still no call yet. I'm not anticipating a call until much later, probably 5. I have been feeling pretty crappy and decided to go ahead and make an appointment with my doctor because I just feel like crap. I think I have a sinus infection, and they were oh yeah, we can see you this afternoon, no problem. Just call us when you get here so we can do a rapid COVID test. And I was oh, I didn't think about COVID. So I'm just gonna do a COVID test really quick. I don't think it's COVID. I've had COVID twice in my life. God, please keep me protected away from that. First time it put me in the hospital. Second time it wasn't as dramatic because I had Palaxavit or whatever it's called, the antifungal or whatever. So it wasn't as terrible, but so we're just gonna take a little test. I don't see an expiration date. Oh, yes, I do. These don't expire until 2025, so we've got plenty of time on these. I usually just keep like 1 or 2 in the pantry or in the closet just in case. Never gets easier. I didn't even think about doing a COVID test until he was like, oh yeah, call us when you get here so we can just do a rapid just to make sure. Okay, 1, 2, 3 drops, and now we wait. Set a timer for 15 minutes. Cool. It doesn't feel like COVID. COVID usually like really like puts me down, I guess, depending on the variant, but it feels like a sinus infection. I have had a sinus infection before, and that is what this feels like. Very congested here, lots of pressure, lots of sinus pressure. And when I went to the dentist a couple weeks ago, they did like a panoramic x-ray, and he was like, you know, your what are these called? Your sinuses are really cloudy. He's like, you might have allergies. And I was like, oh, okay. He's like, maybe get that checked out. And I was like, oh, okay. And I didn't even think anything more about it, but I think it's a sinus infection, which is crazy because I was literally just on doxycycline for saline sonogram. So I thought that that would take care of this if I did have it. So far it's coming up negative. I see the control line coming through. I don't want to move it too much, but the control line is coming through. So it is showing the result. It doesn't look like it's positive. See the control line with the C? You probably can't see it. I'll wait the full 15 minutes anyway, but I'm pretty sure it's just a sinus infection. My head is so, oh, this sucks so bad. But my timer just went off and it is a negative for COVID. Thank God. It is seeming like just a really bad sinus infection or something. I don't know. I'm hoping my doctor can do a physical exam or whatever and fix me because it has been weeks that I have felt like this, and it kind of goes and comes in waves. And I've also been using this Zicam swab, and this seems to help too whenever I swab it up there. It's supposed to shorten your cold, but it's like a more natural remedy for shortening colds. I don't think I have a cold, obviously. This doesn't feel like a cold. It doesn't look like a cold, but I'm trying to do anything to like shorten this. And I think maybe I'll get like a saline solution spray. Oh, my head feels like it's going to explode. Now I just have to figure out what I'm doing, if I'm working, if I'm not working, because my gosh, my head is just, oh, my head feels like crap.